Oh, up a boot up, bass, up a boo up, boo, up a do up, yeah. Everybody do it, nobody can do it. Everyone should do it, yeah. Gotta stop thinking about it. Ah! Good morning. How's everyone doing? I realised that yesterday, all the way through the stream, I kept on looking at the phone at the one person who had messaged me, and they never messaged back. It's just a sad and lonely affair. But we're back. We're back. This is day 2. So last night I ended up going and doing that radio interview. Like I said, it wasn't about this game, but that went really well. Then I went back and hung out with Mitchell, my musical confidant, for a little while, and then got home. Didn't do anything, but I had a few ideas through the night. And then when I woke up this morning, I started getting on with the finance cards like I was doing. I didn't really feel like being on camera straight away. And then, I kind of had a bit of a revelation, and this goes back to what I was saying yesterday about the roadmap. How we're still very much at that very first stage of building the fundamental mechanics, because I may have just started building an economy. Right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going between this spreadsheet, which is our card catalogue, and we're just going to be focusing on, hang on, sorry for the crazy zooms, but I'm going to zoom it in so you guys can actually see what we're doing, rather than, you being like, what the fuck does that say, bruv? Alright, so just, we might as well zoom in even more. Oh, we've lost it. Hang on. Whoop. Hang on. Oh yeah, shout out to my man Sam the Bard. He's a good friend of mine actually, and he's online right now. He's streaming Diablo 2 Resurrected. So if you feel like going and catching his stream instead of watching me mess about with spreadsheets, which isn't what I'm going to be doing, by the way. I'm going to be doing more than that over the next hour. But yeah, he's playing Diablo 2 Resurrected at the moment. I can't actually check on the stream. I'm going to jump into my chat. We're switching to creator mode, are we? Where's me chat? Where's me chat, mate? Oh, I don't know how to do it. Hang on. My channel, is it there? I'm live. Is that stream? I'll do. There you go. I can see the chat now, so if anyone wants to talk to me, just feel free to talk to me. Float some ideas, and if you're watching this back, send me a message, and I'll check those ideas out. I'm just going to have a look at how this looks on the screen. I'll be around about there. Yeah, that makes sense. So you'll be able to see everything. Right, so I've got 2 different things. Going to scrolly up here. Oh yeah, by the way, I finished the copyright claim and the copyright infringement mechanics. I'll go into those another time. But they're good. They're good. I decided it works on kind of implied sort of values, so I don't know what I meant by that phrase. But yeah, basically you roll the dice and that says how much the claim is for. You have to meet a copyright lawyer to make this happen, by the way. But if you draw a copyright claim card because you've had the DMCA card, which I made a DMCA automated notice card, which is more like how it works in the industry now. So you get that card, and then you either get a copyright claim or a copyright infringement card. If one player has copyright claim and the other has copyright infringement, and the one with claim goes and sees a lawyer, then they can basically take the other one to court. And if they succeed, then there's 3 values: 100 grand, 250 grand, and then $500,000. But yeah, I'll go into that another time as well, because that's really deep. That's not what we're doing today, and I have very limited time. and I want to crack on into this. So you got two cards, property market and asset market. And what I decided, the property market, you draw all the property cards out, and if they can afford one, they can rent it or they can buy it, and I've got different options. Or there's one luxury property, which the point of that is kind of if they're really high level and they've got loads of money, then there'll be a load of buffs they can gain from that as well. And then, oh yeah, and then the asset market. And all I've really done there at the moment, I think I'm going to put more assets in there, including, so in the property market, I'm going to move Pro Studio, which was one of the mechanics for getting a certain job and for gaining certain interactions and being able to make certain creations and things like that. That's going to now go in the property market. Laptop and wires is going to go in the asset market, along with some other things. But today, scrolly, we're just going to be focusing on, so we've got flat 74 and flat 75 set up, and I love these. So if you move into flat 75, the feeler text is, you and your neighbour jam through the wall from time to time, you're basically best friends. But then if someone moves into flat 74, it says, every time you try to practice, your neighbour joins in. Shut up, damn it. But there you go, I just thought that would be a bit of a laugh. And then, yeah, today we're just going to be doing some window shopping for musical instruments. So, and these will basically become the asset cards that you'll be able to draw when you choose to enter the asset market. And how I think that will work is basically there'll be the sidebar. So the band manager will basically, if someone chooses the asset market, they'll go, or gets it by chance and then chooses to engage with it, then they'll go, alright, fair enough. Go through their sidebar, take out all of the available property or asset cards depending on the market, and then that player gets to look at all of them as if they're shopping and then go, right, yeah, okay, I want that one. And with assets, if they've got enough money, they can go, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. And I'm thinking multiple cards for each of these, apart from particular ones like retro bass, classic guitar, maybe medieval thing. So yeah, a couple of them make them a bit rarer, maybe like recorder and triangle and things like that. Stuck a couple of novelty ones in there. But yeah, I think weigh them similarly. So like really common ones like acoustic guitar and electric guitar, there'll be loads. Like there'll probably be 6 in the deck at least. But then things like, let's say double bass, there'll be 2 of them available, maybe 3. So that players can't just stack and stack and stack assets. And the way that's going to work and affect the game is essentially it means that people can secure their wealth as they go through the game. So when it gets to the end and they have to get their score, they don't basically have their wealth played with as much. It's like secured wealth. So when it gets to the end, they get basically sent back to the band manager, and their value that they have, which is what we're going to be looking at today, that basically adds up and adds to the player's final score, which I thought that's kind of ideal. That actually gives people a reason to interact with the finance deck rather than it being all negative. I also put in an auction mechanic, and there's 2 different types of auctions. There's a public auction and a private auction. In a public auction, players can basically trade in like particular cards at a roll of a dice, and then if other players want to get on it, they have to roll higher than that in order to win the bid. Otherwise, it's the value that the player who's auctioning the card rolls. And then if it's a public auction, a private auction, it's basically just between the players, and that's a slightly different mechanic. But you'll find out about all of this when we get sort of later on in the game, we actually start playing games. So, triangle. Alright, so yeah, what we're going to do is basically open up Firefox, because I'm one of those numpties, and then we're going to basically window shop for these instruments. So buy a triangle. It was like buy a triangle swimsuit. No, it's okay. Should we just, I don't know if we should solely shop on gear for music. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, about £5. Because like then it gets to they've got, well, I've got a £5 of wealth. I mean, what's an expensive triangle? £9.50, £13.99, £14.95. Yeah, it's you can get some pretty expensive triangles apparently. What's the most expensive triangle you can get? More. Whoa, my God! There's £100 triangle. I don't think I don't think we're actually gonna make it quite so expensive. Look at this. Sabian hand hammered triangle set, £418.99. By the way, I'm not sponsored at all. I'm not getting paid anything by doing this. I'm literally just window shopping to sum up a value for my game mechanic. I'm not associated with any of these companies, any of these websites, anything. I'm literally just developing a game, and this is research. And for the sake of the stream, it's education for other people that want to develop games. Arse covered. Right, so I reckon a £5. £5 is simple for a triangle, you know. Like, I wouldn't pay more than a £5 for a triangle. Although I can imagine that the triangle that you get for a £5 is awful. So then it's like congas and bongos and congas, which I thought stick them all together. That way, it's like this person's obsessed with skin drums, and I think I came up with feeler text for that, which is skin drums, big and small. You want them? I've got them. So let's see. Bongo and conga set. No, hang on. Let's do it in the Google. By conga and bongo set. Maybe we can just like sum up the value. Oh no, hang on. Percussion Hills. I should actually thank everyone for publishing these things so I can actually rely on them for research. That's a conga set. Oh, here we go. That's what we're looking for. So, mile headline series. So that's a pretty decent one. I say about 600 quid. Maybe I'll just stick it at 500 quid to make it fairly round. Oh yeah. Oh no, that doesn't come on bongos. It's like congas are like 500 quid basically for decent ones. These are minor. That's a decent brand. What's the cheap ones? Toka. And there's still Latin percussion. When I say cheap, I just mean affordable. The thing is, these people use different methods and stuff in order to bring their price down. Some of them are just absolutely dreadful, but I don't imagine a site like this would stock that. Right, yeah, let's say 500 quid for the congas and bongas. 500. Yeah, sorry for the ASMR. 500. Oh yeah, I had the worst doctor's appointment yesterday. Right, I have an idea for what I want for the drum kit. PAL Export, and this again isn't an endorsement. This is the drum kit that I have. At the time, it cost about £850 all in. Let's see where they're at right now, because you did get different ranges of export. So mine's an EX. The one they brought out after that, or maybe before that, was the ELX, which I think was possibly slightly more expensive. Let's just go order now. This is ordering from the manufacturer, so there might be deals somewhere, but let's pretend like you're going to buy a drum kit. Let's go to the manufacturer. Get on with it, get on with it. Yeah, because that's the thing. I think the snare drum came separately. The hardware stands all came separately. Sets and add-ons. Yeah, so you're looking at nearly £1,000 now. I'm going to put it as £1,000, I think. Oh, it's so beautiful. Some people underestimate the PAL Export, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Woo! So yeah, let's do that at £1,000. That way, like, the percussion kind of scales up. I was going to put more percussion in, but that'll do it. Bass guitar. The bass guitar I had in mind. Well, let's just look at some bass guitars. Because I kind of was thinking of a Fender Jazzmaster, which is what mine's based on. But let's just look at bass guitar. Because most people would actually like go for the Fender P bass or the Squier P bass. But let's have a look. Brands. I do kind of think if people go for basses, they either go for Ibanez, Fender. I don't know if anyone else knows or any sort of like popular bass bands. Because okay, here we go. Epiphone. I don't see a lot of Epiphone basses out there. All Gibson basses. I have seen a couple of Gibson basses around. Like I say, Ibanez is fairly popular. Squier, yeah, and Yamaha. I have seen a few. There's a Yamaha. Can't remember what's called, Pacifica maybe. I can't remember what it's called, but that was quite popular for a while. But that might have been their acoustic guitar actually. But why are these just got all like abbreviations these days? It's like the instruments have become robots. The instruments used to have fun names. Where are the fun names? Their amps have fun names. Jesus. Alright, so yeah, I don't want to put, no offense to Yamaha, it's not my favourite bass brand. If I had to pick one, it would be Fender. And let's look at what they've got. Yeah. Oh, Jaguar. Is that? Oh no, mine's not based on that. Mine is based on, where's the, yeah, this one. Jazz bass. Although I think there is a distinct difference why mine is based on a Jazz Master, or maybe the Jazz Master is the electric guitar actually. Yes. Yeah, mine is based on this bad boy here. So that at the moment is £1,000. I might order half that because it's kind of an entry level instrument. How much is a double bass? Let's have a look. Double bass. Ooh. Double bass. Okay, double bass is around. Maybe we'll just stick double bass first, because that's more like 500 quid. Do obviously get some more, they're expensive, but let's pretend like you've basically gone to a music shop and instead of buying a bass guitar, you said I want a bass, and the guy's going, go on then, here's a double bass. So let's swap those around. Boom. Booms. Oh. Okay, so double bass, we'll stick at 500. Bass guitar, we'll stick at yeah, 1,000. That way it sort of scales up in more or less the same way. But then the retro bass, the feel of text I've got for that is apparently this one was played by Ron Skidley himself, his first band no less. So I kind of wanted to make that one a bit more like this is the price of a classic guitar played by someone. So maybe like a ridiculous amount. Bass guitar at auction. At celebrity auction. Right, see how much these basses went for. I accept. Go away. Fender Telecaster Precision, signed by some of the Northeast's most well-known celebrities, to be sold in Newcastle this month. Bass guitar favoured by a Wilson-born musician Sting. Majority sold as part of a charity auction. Charity auction held as tribute to Sting by Variety Club Great Britain took place at the Civic Centre in Newcastle. Sting is one of a number of local celebrities signed the instrument was set to go under the thing. I thought it's £150. Estimate of £2,000 to £3,000. That's not bad actually. I might knock it up to £5,000. Because it's Ron Skidley himself. I know Sting's a popular guy, but you know, I just realised I'm probably slightly off centre. Having a look at the preview down there. Hang on. Yeah, I look like I'm in the middle, but then if I'm leaning over here, if I'm leaning over there, no, we're good. I reckon I'll. That did nothing. Yeah. Enjoy this intermission while I fuck with the camera. Right. So yeah, I reckon £5,000 for the bass, for the retro bass. £5,000. Acoustic guitar. I'm thinking proper cheap acoustic guitar. I would probably value that. Let's say 500 quid again. Why the devil not? So we'll scale them the same way. So yeah, there you go. We don't get to look at any fancy electric guitars or classic guitars, I'm afraid. And by classic guitars, I've written, no, I don't mean the kind with plastic strings. What I'm saying is that it's been around a while. Right, keyboards. How much do you spend on a keyboard these days? I realise I'm pretty much doing this entirely on Gear for Music, but you know, it's easier. I'm there already. Let's go for Casio. Everyone loves a Casio. And it's got to be a keyboard synthesizer, so it's got to have a bit of both. I reckon that looks like a good shout. It does seem to have some synthesis. Some small amount of synthesis there. So yeah, we'll go with that one. Let's say that's 500 quid then. I mean, we could just follow the same scale again, and then, but let's actually look at this. That's keyboard synthesizer. I think pretending to be electric piano, but it's definitely not electric piano. Pianos and keyboards, digital pianos. Let's say it's got to be one of these stage pianos. Look at those kids' pianos. Hang on. Look at that little thing. That's like the same size as my MIDI keyboard. What is that? Is that 2 octaves? Yes, it is. Oh, I kind of want to get one of those. I feel like that might fit on my desk. Is it like low to the ground? I could just have it on a desk. Like ding, ding, ding. Knock the legs off. Saw the legs off. How much one of those? Oh, mate, 175 quid. Hang on, I'm sorry to get sidetracked. Oh, mate, I literally love this. Oh, this is the problem. I can't look at music instruments without buying them, and I have no money. Oh, okay. I do have some money. I have enough to buy this. If I want to survive for the next month and be able to eat and be a responsible adult, then I cannot buy this gorgeous, gorgeous piano. Have they got a video? Come on, let's see the videos. Oh, I'm sorry, this sound is really off. Responsible adult, and I cannot buy this. It's just showing me children hitting it. Yeah, that's lying to me. Stop lying to me. Is this recorded with the piano? Who knows? Has it had lots and lots of post-processing? Who knows? What I'd like... Hey! No, what I'd like is to actually see someone with some guile having a chat. Tiny. Oh, fuck it, I'm loving this. Tiny. Oh, she seems so happy. Tiny. Alright, that's enough of that. Is it the same advert? Tiny. Alright. Tiny. You know it. It's tiny. Alright. Why is there no one playing this? I wanna see a review. Hang on. I feel like I just need that. Let's go to the let's go to the devils themselves. Ah, it's PMT. You can rely on PMT.
What have you got there, men from Korg?
This is the new Korg Tiny Piano. It's a piano and it's tiny. Designed by the Korg engineers in Japan.
Hang on a second. If we're watching this long video, I want to make sure you're getting desktop audio. Hang on. How do I check that? Primary microphone, individual sensors, blah blah blah, add audio. From Firefox. Let's check that.
Has a high quality piano that your kids and you can enjoy.
No.
So this really is a tiny piano.
I just feel like I'm listening to it. Oh, hang on. Sod this, you'll be able to hear it. Let's just get to the good bit.
Sound and then select a sound with the keys. So at the moment, let's just put it onto piano.
Ooh!
And actually, that's a really nice piano sound. Plus, you've got loads of other sounds. So you just hold down sound, you select different sounds.
What? I think it's a perfect desktop piano.
Or electric piano, church organ.
Oh, it sounds so good. I don't know if you can hear how good that sounds, but that's fucking
That's
awesome.
a great little thing, and it's even got a little mini jack on the back, so you can, as we're doing here, plug it through external speakers, or of course, plug headphones into it, which is really
And
nice.
it's got its own built-in speakers.
Built-in speaker underneath,
Yeah,
which
which of those?
sounds nice. So this is the built-in speaker. Let's put on the demo song so you can hear what it sounds like.
The speakers under there, is it?
Yeah, it's under there.
Oh yeah, it's just like mine. I've got a big Chase desk piano, they call it, but it's actually, it's like, it's either a piano or a writing desk. So you can sit at it with the lid closed and it works as a writing desk, or you can lift it up and it's a piano. You can lift the lid up and it's a piano. It's amazing, I love it. I haven't got it here right now, it's at a studio in Bletchley, but yeah, I may show you that at some point when it's back here. Right, so, let's say, oh yeah, let's not be looking at the things, so we want stage pianos. How much do we save for that keyboard? 500 quid. I feel like if you're going to get an electric piano, you should really go for something like a Korg. Oh, excuse me, I've got the gas. So again, oh, here we go. Say 750. That looks lovely. I wish I could afford that. I definitely don't have that much money in the bank right now. Whoa. Korg XE20 Ensemble Digital Piano X-Frame Package. So we'll say that's 750. That's 70, mate. That's 70, mate. Get your maths right, yeah? Alright, and then we wanted to look at upright pianos. So, where are they? Oh, oh, what? There's digital upright pianos. No, I want more like a Steinberg or something. Hang on. Upright piano. I don't know if Steinberg is what I'm thinking of. Coach House pianos. This is more the place we want to belt looking. Oh, holy fucking Ori. That's 35 grand nearly. 35 grand, I say. That's more than my my annual salary, to say the least. That's more like my total annual salary. No, I think that's actually more like my total annual salary. Yes, if you can even call it a salary. So let's say it's something more like this. Maybe it's a Yamaha Boston. Kind of wanted something a bit more like classic Steinways I was thinking of. Let's see, Steinways. Oh, ow, oh! Come back here. You got Steinway and Sons and Steinway Boston. I'm gonna go with Steinway and Sons. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, these are the ones I'm thinking of. I think maybe Steinway Boston is kind of like a subsidiary. I mean, but hang on. I think we're looking at this one. We're looking at this one. Look at this bad boy. Oh, I'm probably blocking that. Hang on. I'm going to move me to the other side of the screen while we look at this beautiful piano. How do I say? Yeah, there you go. Save. There you go. Jumped over. Yes, look at this bad boy. Look at this beautiful piece of machinery. How do I go across? Do I have to click these little dots? Oh, that's it with the lid open. I mean, look at those inlays and stuff. It's so beautiful. With the lid closed. Ah, wow. There's the string sections. All the covers taken off. Oh, what the hell? It's got these little candelabra things. What? That's a bit much. I like the design up to the point of having candlesticks on it, but I take it this is a circa 1890. So that's the sort of thing where if you're playing in the evening, you're going to need candlesticks in order to see the keys. I mean, now that I've appreciated the year, that is actually stunning, and the fact that they've put such beautiful work into those candlesticks is, yeah, beyond. It's over-engineered, isn't it? But it's excellent. I mean, you get similar sort of designs in pianos these days. In terms of, not a lot has changed behind the hood. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so not that one. Hang on. Have we got a card where it's like, oh yeah, buy this excellent thing? No, and I'd be. Hang on. Yeah, no, but we should. Hang on. Right, let's go out a second. So upright piano, we'll put that at the standard price, let's say £1,000. And then we'll take all of these. Let's make sure we're in the right place. Yeah. With them down one. And we'll call this one. What should we call this one? What should we call this one? What should we call this one? I reckon historic piano. Historic Joanna, I reckon, because that's what a lot of people call pianos from that sort of time. Oh, I'm going to play the old Joanna. Hang on. Let's just double check my logic there. Piano, Joanna. Joanna could mean piano. Nobody agrees that it's Cockney rhyming slang. Joanna, piano. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, I'm going down to the pub to play the Joanna. Right, fair enough. Okay, I'm now going to move you back over to the other side of the screen because on most websites we follow the sensible way of doing it, which people read from left to right, whereas some people will put like feature things and stuff on the right that I want you to see, but that piano's gone now. It's gone now. Right, so let's go back and wait. What have we done with the prices? Ah, okay, we're just a little bit too zoomed in. So upright piano, let's stick that 1,000. Makes sense because then we're kind of scaling up historic Joanna. Right, that's going to be 15,000. And people are like, whoa, what is it? And I'll make up a name. It's like Stevesburg and Willis. Right, now we want to look at grand pianos. Grand piano. Steinway grand pianos. We might stick with Steinways for now. Not to just overly promote Steinway, but let's look at pricing. Request pricing. Ooh, so you go, I want this and I would like it at this price, please. Lovely. That's nice of them. Let's go with this. Right, hang on, see grands. What's the Model D then? Concert grand. Ooh. Let's see a price, please. Alright, I don't see a price, but I'm interested in this. Contrary to what I just said, they put all of the writing on the right, but you should be able to see it over my head. 5 sort of spruce braces, I'm not sure what that means. Spruce provides tensile strip products weight, maple dowels, fastened braces to rim producing. They're a single for modulus foundation upon which is built the entire tonal component, a cast iron treble bell affixed to rims, undersides. See, I used to work on upright pianos. Really, it was one of my first jobs, and all I was doing was like gluing the felt on this bit down here. I never knew about any of this, the braces and that. I don't know what any of these words mean really. Ooh, I've shown my hand. Scale overstrung, combination graph, front and rear duplex. Made from ribs. Right, this is the ribs. Ribs made from durable resinous sugar pine to assure strong and constant support of string down bearing on the soundboard. Rib ends are hand fitted. Tuning pins, premier blued steel. I actually have some blued steel string springs on my saxophone. Rust resistant nickeled heads. Strings. Oh man, it's interesting what the key's made of. European spruce, individually weighed off, chip proof, stain resistant, coverings for naturals, slip proof and braided ebonized sharps. Oh, ebonized. I see the sharp keys with flats and sharps there. They've got like an ebony effect. Got ya. Braided ebonized sharps. Durable linden wood buttons, reinforced keys over balanced rail, permitting maximum tonal power with every strike. Longest key is 24.5 inches. That's 62.2 centimeters. Just realised how low down I'm sat. It's like I'm sinking into the floor. Oh, gee. I'm going to really be here for like another 10-20 minutes, so I'm going to like basically find a better place to quote a grand piano. Thanks for your help though, Steinway. Big shout out. Holla to you. I mean, I'm thinking at least 30 grand. Just as standard. Well, look at these. The interesting thing is piano sales have gone down, which means prices have absolutely plummeted for certain types of pianos because people don't want them. The particular thing with grand pianos is people don't have the space for them. So basically, if people need to move and they haven't got the space for it, they go, I've got to get rid of this thing. I don't want to just go to the dump. So I give it to a third party to sell, but it's got to go somewhere in the meantime. And that person just wants to move it as quickly as possible. And the thing is, then on the buyer end, they've got to have the space to put it. Then look at these ones. Pink as Fook. Is there a red one? In case you haven't guessed, my favourite colour is red. Ooh, now we're talking. Now, oh, look at that finish. Now I'm bringing that in. Bringing that in, guys. Oh, look at that finish. Oh, there's someone having a play. Hang on. Furyk, model 190, specification. Grand piano, length 6 foot 3 inches, weight 5 foot. A width, made in Germany, pyramid mahogany. Oh, I didn't get to read them all. You get it, I did. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Alright, let's leave that one working. How much is that? 30 grand, see, that's what I was thinking. So let's in our minds imagine that in the game, it's this piano. And if anyone watches this back, which is maybe unlikely, but if anyone clips this bit and it stays with us forever, then you'll know this was the piano. This was the piano that we quoted for that particular aspect of the game. Will you stop playing over there? Jesus. Sorry, I don't mean to blaspheme. Right. So let's say, as predicted, £30,000 for a grand piano. And historic Joanna, that's what we're going for. The one with the candelabras is 15 grand. 30 grand. Medieval thing. Right now, I was basing that idea on my balalaika, which isn't really, I don't know if it's medieval or not. It's just an interesting instrument. It reminds me of a lot of medieval instruments. So what I was maybe thinking of was more like a lute or a mandolin. I think a lute was more like medieval. I'm not sure, they might have both been, but I was thinking about a balalaika, and you can actually get them pretty cheap. I got this one for £20, and if you go online, I think you can get them for about £80. So yeah, they're not expensive. So I don't really want to base it on that, but I do want to base it on like something like a fair branded mandolin or something. But first, let's find out if that is actually a medieval thing. Right. Boo boo doo boo. I have real trouble spelling medieval. I think it's that. Yeah. Medieval instruments. Off to watch. Instrumental music, instrument for writing, instrumental crossword clue. Medieval instrumental music characteristics. Instruments for sale, instrument with crank. Oh, that's going to be a hurdy-gurdy. Oh, we could base it on a hurdy-gurdy. Hang on. Oh! Medieval instrument with crank. I think that's a hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy, right. By hurdy-gurdy. Or there's one on Etsy, someone's built one to sell. Oh, loads of people are building them to sell. Look at these. Oh man, so the thing with these is you kind of, I think you push buttons, or yeah, you push buttons along the edge of it, and then sort of like you're turning a wheel, and like it's strumming according to the rhythm that you're turning the wheel. Let's see if we can get a video. Wheel lyre, they're calling that. It's about £500, which kind of falls into the bracket. Please say you've got a video. No. I've got to show you this. If you haven't seen a hurdy-gurdy, you've got to. Oh, piss. Oh, piss. You can tell I'm nearly a boomer. I'm not quite, but hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy. Introducing the hurdy-gurdy.
This is the hurdy-gurdy, and the sound of the instrument gives it its name. But in France they know it as the violin with a wheel. What I didn't realise about this is that it's the mobile version The original version of this instrument was up to 2 metres long and played by 2 people, mostly in churches. It was really loud and helped the singers to stay in tune. This was before the organ was invented and took over that job. I'm talking about the 11th century, so the original version of this instrument takes us back 1,000 years. But we all like our portable devices, right? If I'd been a musician in the 16th century, I probably would have picked the hurdy-gurdy, because I imagine it would have made me very popular. Wherever I would have gone, I would have started a party. It's a mini dance band by itself.
Alright, okay, fine, whatever. So, that's the hurdy-gurdy. Obviously, if you're watching that on playback, you won't be able to hear that, but just take my word for it, it's nuts. Right, so we're going to say the hurdy-gurdy is 500 quid. And then what we're going to do, because I only just sussed it, is we're going to put different organs in there. So let's say electric organ, let's say pipe organ, and then let's say church organ. But for church organ, what I want to do is make it so they have to have like the bloody so let's just put for now must have specific properties. I'm not going to get that far down this. I don't want sticking it in that column. Trumpets. Let's look at some brass. Trumpets. 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 Oh, red trumpet. I'm in. I'm in. Give me the red trumpet. 100 quid? You're fucking joking, mate. I'm not even kidding. I might buy that. It's a little plastic fucking trumpet. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I could use that on my tunes. 100 quid. I definitely shouldn't spend 100 quid right now. Oh! Let's see it.
Hello and welcome to Gear for Music, where Ian is playing the Playlight Hybrid Trumpet by Gear for Music. Weighing in at only 500 grams, this is an alternative to the traditional brass trumpet and features an ABS plastic body, making it ideal for younger performers, as well as professionals looking for a lightweight trumpet.
Yes, I am. I'm not a professional.
The plastic moulded valve case has an aluminium collar built in to provide a tight and precise seal for better projection, and the body creates an authentic sound comparable to that of a brass trumpet. Gear for Music's Playlight Trumpet is available in red or blue finishes and comes complete with a plastic mouthpiece and fabric drawstring bag. For more information or to view our full range of orchestral instruments, please visit...
What's this one? It's just the same one but for the blue trumpet. Yeah, it's just him looking suave with the blue trumpet. Yes. We'll take a look at that later. Get it tomorrow. I could get it tomorrow. I could get it tomorrow. Hang on. Just need to check something. See, this is why I know that the game will be successful, because I know exactly what it's like to be a musician. And the musician's biggest woe is... Oh, hang on. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. The musician's biggest woe is seeing musical instruments they can't afford. Oh. Okay. Alright. No. Okay. Yeah. But, hang on. Let's look at something. I might be able to work something out. Oh, this is actually children. Don't follow this behaviour. Oh wait, this is an adult-only channel. Alright, adults, don't follow this behaviour. So if that was then okay. Let's go back. Sorry. Also, hang on, just had another thought. That was, so if that was then, let's look. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Just checking when my disability benefits are coming in. Like, I need this trumpet. It's for my disabilities. So hang on, yes, so from the 12th to the 12th to the 10th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I can't do it. I've got to do the responsible thing. I'm sorry, guys. I'd love to buy this trumpet and show it off to you, but it's just not the responsible thing to do right now. Look at me being adulting. Right, so where were we? Oh, we were looking at the price of trumpets. Oh, I shouldn't really, should I? Alright. We're going back. We're going back in time. Let's... Oh, or no. Red's red or not. So we're looking at what? Coppergate. What on earth is that? I think that's a slide trumpet. P bugle plastic musical instrument. Oh, it's kind of like a cornet of pistons, but without any buttons. That's interesting. 109 quid. Oh, so it's 109 quid with the mute and the stand. Is it now? Right, okay. I think we're probably looking, I'm looking at the average price, and obviously we could stack right up, but I want these to be sort of affordable brass instruments, because I want to put an expansion at a later date that's, I mean, obviously this isn't planned, it's not actually guaranteed to be executed at any point, but an expansion which is more like geared towards orchestral musicians and sort of like big band musicians and things like that. So we might put those more expensive, and I'm going to say, how many we got? Let's scale these. Let's be silly about this, and let's really upset the brassists out there. So it's 250 quid and 500 quid, and let's see if yeah, okay, alright, yeah, fair enough, we'll do it that way. So I'm just seeing that Excel will just basically work it out for me, and that isn't quite how I wanted to do it. But let's see if that checks out. So trombone is actually probably around a similar price actually, so we might whack that down. Yeah, sure. They are a little bit more expensive actually, straight off the bat. Okay, yeah. Flugelhorn. Do they even sell a flugelhorn? Oh, they do. So it's spelled like that. Flugel, Bosch, horn. How much is a flugelhorn? Oh man. Let's actually go for the B&S Challenger 1 flugelhorn, gold brass bell. And let's see if we can have a listen to that bad boy. No. We cannot. Alright, but let's go for that. So that's probably a bit more expensive if we're going up by that. But I was thinking maybe £1,000 for that. So let's go for that. Sorry to upset the guys out there who play the brass. Sousaphone. Where's that to call it? Hang on, how do you spell sousaphone? I thought it spelled like Susie Sue. Oh, I spell with this. Alright. Alright, I stand corrected. Sousaphone. What on earth is happening? Right, sousaphone. Oh, I haven't gone back on the chat. Sorry if I'm neglecting anyone there. I just got properly distracted by shopping for a trumpet. Sousaphone. Let's go for this Coppergate fiberglass B-flat sousaphone. Actually saw one of these down in Bristol. Was it Bristol? No, Brighton. I was gigging down there. We dropped into a... was it Bristol? I think it might be Bristol actually. No, I think we got into Bristol quite later than we spent most of the day in Brighton. Or it might have been on the way to Brighton. I think it was on the way to Brighton. Oh. Shush! I say jumped into Sam's stream there. Hello, Sam. Fuck off, Sam. I love you, Sam. Right, let's go into here. Stream manager. There we go. Oh, hello. I've got 2 viewers. Who that be? Who be that? Do say hello. So, we're going for this Coppergate fiberglass B-flat sousaphone. By the way, we've just joined. We're developing a game called The Musician. No, it's actually called We're Musicians. And it's an RPG board game. And the idea is essentially to succeed at a music career. I'm really happy with how it's going, but at the moment we're developing all of the cards which add to the narrative elements of the game. So what are we looking at there? 1,500, I reckon. 1,500. French horn. What time is it? Oh, I'd better go. Let's see if we can bust through these real quick. How many we got left? Alright, now let's just get as far as maybe saxophone. I'm thinking about £3 for the saxophone. So maybe French horn, what are we thinking? I see they're about thinking £3 or £4 for anything decent. Coppergate though, they're alright. 700 quid. So 3-4 grand. What sort of average are we seeing here? 2 grand. Ooh, the average is actually pretty high when you start to go up. But let's say you're going for a middle of the road one. Would we say 2 grand? Should we go to 2 grand on that? We can always change these later on down the line if the balance doesn't work. So give 3 grand for the sax, obviously. The one that I've got is not that much, but when you start to look at the ones, I've got a Stag one. Can't remember what the nice brands are, but they tend to be Japanese brands. Let me Yamaha, obviously. Oh, look at these! What on earth? Well, that was pink. They got a red one. They've got a black one with pink trim. I wouldn't mind pink trim, but I prefer to have a red one. My second choice would be green, but actually black with green trim. Let's have a look at this bad boy. I mean, it doesn't sound fantastic. We've got a couple of audio files. What is this? Oh. Excuse me. Alright, let's stop blast yours. Let's have this one. What's that one called? Funky Monkey. Look away a second. Look away a second. Look away a second. Alright, thank you. Right, so look at it again. Obviously, we're not going to quite for that one. Really, I've kind of settled on £3 but I just want to show you what a £3 sax looks and sounds like. Let's go right down. Oh, there's one for 1,000. Odyssey. Let's just get down at £3, shall we? Dig down. Dig down. See, saxophones, there are a lot. There we go. These are the ones I was thinking, the Yanagisawa. But let's go for like a £3 Yanagisawa. There you go. That's pretty much straight on. Look at the finish on that. That's why I tend to like the more expensive ones, because you just get this kind of more polished look, and some of them have this kind of more retro. Like, look at this. Let's look at this one. This is the sort that I'm thinking about. Is there any more? Yeah, no, let's look at this one. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't even come with a mouthpiece. Right. Gorgeous, isn't they? So scroll down so you can definitely see that. Look at that. That's like etched in. I don't know if that's etched in with lasers or done by hand. And it's just got a lovely brown finish. Doesn't look like oxidized metal, it kind of looks like stain, like a wood stain. And unfortunately, there's no video of what that sounds like, so let's, what's that called? A Theo Ornamental Soprano saxophone. So that's a very, very high saxophone, whereas what we were looking at was the Yanagisawa. Here we go, this is what we're talking about.
Hello and welcome to Gear for Music.
Thank you.
I'm Snake Davis. And I'm here today to take a look at the extensive range of Yanagisawa saxophones.
Oh, so we're going to look at the whole range apparently. Alright, I'll do this and then I'm going. This is for research and education purposes. I'm not promoting anyone or anything, apart from my game, obviously.
I play Yanagisawa simply because they're the best horns I've ever blown. And what makes them the best? First and foremost, they have a rich, mellow, resonant, beautiful sound that I could previously only find in vintage horns. Also a precision of mechanism and an accuracy of build, which gives great intonation. The company goes back as far as 1896 and is really acknowledged as one of the leading handcrafted saxophone manufacturers in the world today. Now they have a new range called the WO range. It's the first major change in branding in 25 years. The alto AWO and the tenor TWO have taken over from the A900 and T900 series. Yanagisawa is available in brass, bronze and silver and combinations of these metals. Also, the brass and bronze models are available unlacquered. And we'll talk about the difference between bronze and the brass just in a minute. So I'd like to talk in some detail now about this new range. Very exciting. Some new features which apply to the whole range. First of all, there's been a re-engineering of the tube and the tone holes. Now to me that's a bit of a dark art, but it's there, it's been done to help achieve. It also enables us to play the E in a different way, and that top F note is a front F. What's it for? Why do we need it? It's an alternative way of playing that. Out there will be. So this is one of my favourite features. I mean, my favourite is this front F key. It's been redesigned slightly for ease of control of the finger position. Now, this is one of my favourite features. I mean, my favourite improvement, because I use it so much. Now, some of you out there will be saying, well, what is a front F? What's it for? Why do we need it? It's an alternative way of playing that top F note, but it also enables us to play the E in a different way. And my favorite F sharp fingering includes that front F and also the G. So I'm going to show you those. I want you to hear how it changes the tone slightly. That's with the front F. That's without it. So with, without. So that's the F and the E. And then when I go to the F sharp, that's my favorite fingering. And then up to the G.
Like this,
And you sound so much more juicy than the other fingerings.
Juicy,
Next feature
juicy
is these
fingering.
right-hand side keys. This is the AW. That's an improvement in sound.
See you have a jam with it, mate.
So those features have previously only been available higher up the range on the O10 and O20, the elite models.
Here we go.
Now, those
Let's skip to where he's playing them. Fascinating stuff. I recommend going and watch this stuff. Saxophone is one of my favourite instruments. Can't get enough. Wheezy, man, I love it.
I'm sorry to use a cliche, but it really does seem to me and to my colleagues and contemporaries that what Yanagisawa have done with the WO series, they've taken something which was perfect, well, we thought so, and then made it even better, significantly better. They already had the
Okay.
website, and thanks for watching.
Website. They already had a
See ya.
website. Excellent, man. It's like, that's unbelievable sound. I hope you guys could hear that well enough. And if you couldn't, like, definitely go and check it out. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep Sax around at $3,000. Next time I come on, we'll probably crack on with the rest of these, or I may, when I get home later, crack on with the rest of these. There's quite a few to do, but I'm going to kind of scale them accordingly. And like I said, these will just become sort of like the way that players can actually safely store wealth. And if they find that, like for instance, I'm going to put all of these. Where's my trade column? So it's all of them. Where are they? So from there. I think it's H. Yeah. So we'll put that as trade and keep. And then we'll set all the instruments to that. So what line are we going to? These ones don't even have lines. Oh, look at this. I'm glad, because I was starting to think the sidebars for talents, and especially finances, get really thin. I was like, how am I using this? And often that ends up leading to a whole new game mechanic, and I'm really pleased with that. So we're going down to 72. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's going at the moment. We're definitely on track. We've built another fundamental mechanic to the game. In fact, today, last night I had the ideas, but today we've actually managed to realise a couple of those ideas. And they will appear in the testing phase, so that's good. That's good. So all these will be tradable, and so if a player has one, essentially they've got like 30 grand in assets that they can claim at the end of the game. or they can auction it off to another player at any time, or what was the other mechanic? I'm sure I worked out another mechanic. Oh yeah, of course, there's the private party, public party, and that's just for general trading. So that's where auctions are basically you have to trade cards for wealth. Cards can't be traded for cards. It's like cards have like implied value. I don't think I'm going to put an actual value on anything other than these sort of assets and what do you call it, sort of like the purchasable properties, because I pretty much think there'll be a crossover there in terms of how they're counted in score. But then yeah, so then at the end of the game they can claim them, they can trade them. Oh yeah, so auctions are you have to trade cards for money, whereas trading is more you can trade cards for cards and money, or cards for cards, or cards just for money. It doesn't really have any limits on it like auctions do. So I've kind of like tried to set a narrative there. So there you go. That's what we've done today. Look, we've done actually quite a few. And I know we've kind of copied and pasted a lot of that, but we spent the last hour doing that and me chatting bollocks. So if someone was to buy one of each of these, they would have a sum asset value of 70 grand, which wouldn't be bad to have at the end of the game, and it also wouldn't be bad to kind of auction that or trade that, trade based on that. So yeah, that's awesome. Someone might go, no, I'll only give you 2 grand for that saxophone. You have to go, oh, fuck, alright, then I need the money. There you go. Alright, nice one. I'll see you guys, if not tonight, tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, tonight. And if not tonight and tomorrow, another time. Goodbye.